This insane AIRSTREAM that has a studio in it.
Isn't that crazy?
So I'm here with my good friend Mitch from Sweetwater, and he is about to show me this insane AIRSTREAM that has a studio in it.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so insane. And it
First of
sounds
all,
insane.
Great to see you, buddy.
Yeah, great to see you too.
Another handshake.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about this insanity.
So, you know the history.
Yes.
Going back more than 45 years, Sweetwater started in a VW bus.
Right.
With a 4-track 3340 TAC reel-to-reel tape machine, and that was Chuck's recording rig originally. Go out to the school, go out to the Moose Lodge, whatever it was, and do his recordings. Well, you know, circling back, and with technology what it is today, and some of the connections with the Russ Berger Design Group and with AIRSTREAM and things, it was like, well, we should do something cool.
Yeah.
We should really do something cool.
That's amazing.
And so they, from the ground up, designed this to be an Atmos-enabled space for recording, for tracking, for podcasting, for streaming, for mixing, for broadcast. It's really set up to be able to handle anything.
And it sounds insane.
It's crazy.
It's like, my first thought was like, when I heard it was in Nashville a few weeks ago, and I got to listen to it, and I was just like, how? How is this possible? Because it's a tin can with a studio in it. You know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's jump inside.
Let's head inside.
Take a look. That's unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. SSL console in here.
System T, yep. System T. There's a Avid Pro Tools rig with a Matrix. 7.1.4. There's actually 2 subs. And everything is behind the fabric, on the ceiling, on the walls.
So there's speakers behind the screen. This is something that they told me earlier.
Yeah.
That is a super shallow project. That's the projector right there. That's unbelievable.
So it doesn't have to hang from the ceiling.
Yeah. So it gets it out of the way of everything. And then there's a left, center, right. And then there'd be a surround right here and another one right here. And then the rears are right here. And then four of the smaller ones up in the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy?
And then you've got I/O.
So these tie lines can be used for tracking in the back here, back in the sort of table lounge. We can call it the lounge if you want.
Yeah.
So if you're podcasting from here, broadcasting, doing an interview. I shot an interview in here.
Did you?
Doing that way. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Another set of tie lines here.
Yep.
And then this is all completely custom built out, acoustically treated.
That is correct.
They were saying that there's, all the traditional like rock wool stuff and framing, but then they also used some materials to deaden the walls and like make sure that like it doesn't resonate as least as possible.
Yeah.
But the other thing that they told me that I thought was really interesting is that the AIRSTREAMs are actually more dead than you would think. It's not just a single layer of tin foil or whatever, aluminum, I guess. There's an inner shell and an outer shell, and there's insulation between them. So it's not nearly as resonant as like you might think it
really
would be. It
doesn't ring the way that you think of it.
Yeah. When I first listened to it in here, I was just like, how does this not sound like you're, I don't know, in a reverbophone, like,
I would guess the big thing was just treating the higher frequency reflections, because with that metal, it's going to, you don't want it to turn in just a rattle.
Very reflective.
Kind of a thing in here. So all of this takes care of that with the fabric. Plus it hides the speakers, it hides all the wiring and everything.
Yes.
The lighting, Russ Berger Design Group, all the little touches they do. You can change the colors of the lighting and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so we should talk about that. This is all PMC.
Yep.
And then all Russ Berger Design Group.
Yep.
Right. That designed and did the whole thing.
That's right.
And then someone from Dolby came and tuned it. Is that correct?
Brian from Dolby was out. He completely tuned it to the Atmos spec.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, we can go back and we can look in the machine room.
Yeah,
and
let's go do that.
Up.
I just had my own stuff pulled up here, and I was checking it out, and it sounds insane.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You can't imagine that it would sound like this.
One of the crazy things is how much they got in here.
I agree.
There's actually 3 spaces.
Yes.
Right. So this back space here behind us, that's the machine room.
Yep.
and storage. There's the mix station.
Yep.
And then the back of it is set up to where you can track in there, or you
Absolutely.
could podcast or live stream or whatever you want to do in this end of it. So
Absolutely.
they customize the trailer. They can kind of do whatever they want with the AIRSTREAM stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're super flexible.
And then what's interesting is they were talking about how this is sort of also acting as like almost a not a bass trap, but a place, one of the two places for bass to go.
Right.
Where it can go back in there and has a harder time coming back to the listening environment. So that way, since there's not room to do proper bass trapping in here, they're like kind of tricking the acoustics that way.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a table that goes in here, removable table. There's some storage underneath, so they take advantage of just every square inch or cubic inch.
Cubic
of
inch.
Space to
volume
to store everything. So
amazing. Yeah, let's look at the machine room.
okay. This is also set up so that you can do presentations and events with it. So behind this little sign here, there's actually a rail there, and there's a huge TV that hangs there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so you can be displaying whatever you want. There's a canopy that comes out here, and so we can do a presentation with it when we're on the road. We pull up to wherever, do an event, or just use it as an extra space if you're recording. So if
Yeah.
you're recording a concert, you can be showing what's happening on the screen. You can be out here while they're working inside. And so
Absolutely.
the versatility of the whole unit is really pretty incredible.
I mean, just the idea that you could go from a broadcast truck to an Atmos mix room to a recording studio, and they were talking about, their idea that maybe you would take this to a national park and like guerrilla record some artists.
There you go.
And then be able to mix it and just do everything. I
Yeah.
mean, that's so cool.
Yeah, or if somebody's got a rehearsal space, pull it up outside the rehearsal space.
Yeah.
I think they can run 32 lines by Dante.
Uh-huh.
And so they could track the whole thing or take it to a concert venue, and it becomes a truck at that point.
That's
a recording
amazing.
truck.
That's amazing.
So back in here, you can see some of the tech.
So this is the machine room and kind of the back side of the wall here.
Yeah, you can see the backside of the left, right, center, or I guess it would be left, right, left,
Yeah, yeah.
center, right. Two subs, I believe one is LFE and one is bass management.
Yes.
The way that it's set up, we've got the Avid Matrix system here.
Yep.
The rack for the System T from SSL. Got some connection points there, patch bay, video hub. And this whole back door swings up like a big tailgate.
Oh, does it really?
And so, with the air conditioner, the
Yeah.
unit has to go somewhere.
Yeah. So they
that
slide
kind
it
of-
right in there.
Yeah.
And they were explaining to me that one of the things I thought was fascinating is that this is another way for the bass to escape.
Yeah.
So these, the wall is rigid and decoupled from the speakers, and then the speakers are here on stands,
Yep.
and then that allows the bass somewhere to go that keeps it from building up in there again without having the room to do full-on bass traps like you would in a studio.
Right,
Just
right.
is very interesting to me.
Russ designed a studio for me 2 houses ago. that
Yeah.
he had, and he did what he called a leaky wall.
Okay.
And that was the whole point of that wall, was the bass passed through into a storage area behind.
Got it.
And it kind of became a giant. So he's brilliant with working with that kind of stuff and just taking advantage of all the space.
That's amazing.
All this locks down, so when you're traveling, nothing is vibrating or rattling or falling or anything. So it's all set up to be very secure in motion as well.
That's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And to be able to have, sound isolation for, there's fans running right now. To be able to have this have a proper machine room
Right.
in an AIRSTREAM is like kind of insane.
Not only is it helping with the acoustics, it's helping with the soundproofing.
Yep. And a place to store stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 doors, plus the back hatch opens up. They had to do things like the air conditioner unit that's normally on the roof,
Yep.
makes a bunch of noise and stuff. They had to make that separate, mobile,
External.
independent. They had to change the bracing and the strutting and all that kind of stuff so they could get the speakers mounted.
And put acoustic treatment and deaden the shell and all the, it's
Right.
awesome.
And then going with PMC because they make those really shallow.
Yes, the CI
first
series
round-
speakers.
Yeah, so they're behind fabric, so
Yep.
it's really invisible except for the console when you're in there.
Tell me about this. One of the things that they mentioned to me is that AIRSTREAM now has this blueprint.
I guess it is, they've done it. So if you want one, we can make it happen for you.
That's kind of insane. And so you could come to Sweetwater and work with AIRSTREAM, and they can build you an AIRSTREAM studio, a mobile studio.
Park it in your driveway and you're good to go.
That's insane. Amazing. Mitch, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks
For showing me around.
Thanks for coming up and checking this out. it's so fun.
It's so fun. It's so fun. And I appreciate your time and like telling me about this. You have your own Instagram where you're posting your own stuff, right?
Instagram, Facebook, yeah.
I'm going to link all of Mitch's personal stuff down below. Obviously, you guys know him from Sweetwater over the many years of him crushing it on there, but it's awesome to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Awesome. Thank you.